The Indiana Pacers are trading Domantas Sabonis, Justin Holiday, and Jeremy Lamb to the Sacramento Kings for Tyrese Haliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson. Wow. So I am literally recording this the second I'm seeing it. I have a class in 20 minutes, so I'm just trying to get this video out there. Holy crap. I did not see this coming whatsoever. After CJ was traded, I actually started to think that Sabonis might somehow end up with the Blazers, because supposedly they're doubling down and they're trying to get a star there with Damian Lillard with all their picks. I never in a million years saw this man ending up on the Sacramento Kings. De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis, that is an interesting combination. Let me talk about the Kings first, I guess, since I feel like they're easier to break down. They now have a fantastic all-star caliber duo who's relatively young, with De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis. Unfortunately, they also don't have much defense. Neither of these stars are great defenders. If you want to be nice, you can say Fox is an average one, Sabonis is a negative. For the Kings, I gotta be honest, I don't fully understand this trade. It sounds cool on paper for a second. It's like, oh cool, Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox are together, but when you think about it, does this even get them to the playoffs in the West? Does it? I really don't know. It certainly doesn't if they don't get a good coach on that team, that's for sure, but I really don't know. I think this is good for Sabonis because I'm hoping the Kings will use him in a bigger role. I think that the way he plays could work well with De'Aaron Fox. I think they could have a good two-man game. I could see a lot of like Sabonis pick and rolls with him, with Sabonis being a real good like mid-range popper and like really good passing out of the high post for De'Aaron Fox to drive the lane with how fast he is. But I don't think there's enough on this team to get them to the playoffs. I think they could be a play-in team now and lose in the play-in tournament or maybe get swept in the first round, but I gotta be honest, my initial reaction, I don't know if this was a smart move for the Kings. I think it looks good, but I don't think it actually does that much for them. Meanwhile, for the Indiana Pacers, this is huge. First of all, I fully expect Malcolm Brogdon and Miles Turner to be traded at this point. I would not be surprised at all if they are. Getting Haliburton is huge. He is a fantastic young player. Buddy Hield is a good role player. I think the Pacers are going into rebuild mode, and this was a great move for them if they are rebuilding. I think starting with someone as good as Tyrese Haliburton, if you're doing a rebuild, is a fantastic start. I think he's a future all-star, and he's going to be a great player. Once again, we kind of gotta wait and see. With this one, it's more how much are the Pacers going to trade? How many other players can they trade off their roster? Specifically, I am thinking Brogdon and Miles Turner and possibly TJ Warren. If they can trade those guys for good returns, get a lot of picks, get a lot of young players, then this could work out really well for them. If they're not able to get good value for those guys, however, this may end up just keeping the Pacers kind of in the middle of the pack. I do feel good for the Pacers, though. I think that next year is probably going to be rough for them, but assuming they can get some young players and some picks out of the other guys, this could be really good. I think so far, even though the Pacers or the Kings got the best player in this deal, I think the Pacers may have won this trade. I really don't know if this is going to work out for the Kings, but this is an interesting trade. I had no idea this was going to happen, and I am still sitting here refreshing my feed every 10 seconds, hoping to see a James Harden trade has gone through, so I'm going to go back to doing that now.